Hey,
Oh,
you look familiar.
you look familiar. Your background looks very cool. How did you do that?
That's magic.
Jealous. I
it's
want to be
it's
able
it's like my love life. It's all blurry and she can't see anything. Nothing's happening. You know what I
I
mean?
feel you. I'm the same. I'm the exact
Harvey, it's so good to see you, man. It's so good to see you again. Let me say
bro.
that.
I think it's how long has it been? What, a couple months? I don't know.
No, it's been a year. It's been a year.
It's been a year.
It's been a year.
Jesus
I
Christ.
spoke to you last when you did Unfamiliar.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Over a year ago.
Yeah, it's a year ago.
Wow. Okay. It's been a while. How you been?
I've been fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. How have you been? I heard there was this weird thing where you tested positive for COVID, but then you tested negative. How you feeling? Everything okay?
Yeah. No. Do you know what? I was very lucky. I had no symptoms.
Wow.
I felt great. I just tested positive, and I was about to do a TV show in the UK, and it almost got cancelled. I almost didn't get to do it,
I know.
and then luckily I was good. I tested negative again, and then I could do the show. But yeah, it was quite scary, but I was lucky. I was okay. You know.
Honestly speaking, we're always thrilled to chat with you from Radio 1 India because
Thank
so here's the fun thing, all right? Last time when we did an interview and that got put out, everyone was like, at the end of it, they were like, dude, he's such a nice guy. I'm like, yeah, but Javi's a nice guy. I mean, do you still kind of go with that tag, around in the friend circle as well? Do people still say that?
I listen. I'm always a nice guy. I listen. I'm yeah. I've always been a nice person. I think I've always been quite like a positive person, quite
You've always
bubbly.
been very kind to people. Let me say that. Like, you always believe in being kind to people. Isn't that right?
Well, I definitely think being kind is, it's for free. That doesn't cost anything to be nice. So, life's too short. Stop hating. Be nice.
I agree with you 100%. Let's talk about the song, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations. It's such a great number and it's such a
thank you,
great,
bro.
it's got such a party vibe to it. And of
Yeah,
course, in India, things are still not as okay as we would like it to be,
yeah.
but it's a party at home for us, which is great. So
Yes,
tell me about the
exactly.
track.
So originally, when I went into the studio, it was supposed to be. I wanted to do a slow song. I wanted to do like an acoustic, chilled out song, and somehow it was an accident. We came out with probably my most dancey kind of up club track ever, and I was like, I kind of believe in it. I was like, you know what? Let's roll with it. I'm tired of just listening to sad music at home. And at the time, it was like things were starting to open up again in the UK. So I was like, okay, cool. Like clubs are going to reopen. People can listen to the music in the bars, and some bars did open, but clubs still haven't opened. A lot of things still haven't fully opened yet. So it's still kind of a pie at home a little bit in the UK,
Right.
same as India. But there are some places that they've been able to play the song, which is really, really cool. And yeah, I love it. Like you said, it's a party song, and I feel like everyone needs a bit of a dance. Everyone needs to kind of, I don't know, not be so sad and listen to sad music.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what the song is. So I'm happy about it. I'm really happy.
What I really love is that the video is so, I mean, of course
Ah,
it's Wolf of Wall Street
yeah.
inspiration. How did that kind of happen? Like, I'm curious about that. How did and why did it go in that direction?
So I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's amazing, and I love that movie. It's one of my all time favorite movies. And obviously, I have to do a slightly more kind of PG version of
Yeah, a
it.
PG
Slightly
toned
more,
down version. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to wear a suit. I wanted to do a bit of acting because I love acting. Uh, and yeah, that's kind of how it all came about. And it actually went really well. The song and the music video kind of like really went together. Like I don't know, like a whole kind of crazy Wolf of Wall Street kind of 80s vibe. Um, and yeah, it was really fun to shoot. Did it in a whole day, and yeah, it's out. So yeah, I really like it.
I love also. I think a lot of people are saying very good things about the album art, which is so cool. And I saw some. You did some BDS, which is awesome, and
Yes,
that's shown such a different side of you, honestly.
yeah, I wanted to do this kind of a kind of cool behind the scenes, kind of cool like artwork stuff. A bit more. I don't know what to use the word sexy, but a little bit more kind of like I don't know, a bit more like I don't know. I don't
Javi,
know how
it's
to.
sexy. It's sexy. It's sexy, Javi. It's
It's
sexy.
not, but like I don't know. I just wanted to be a bit more like cooler than just a picture of me or just some text. So yeah.
Right, awesome. I want to move to some other things, of course, and like I said, love the song, and we've been playing it on Radio One on repeat, which is great, and the response we've got is unbelievable.
Thanks.
Um,
Thanks.
I want to get to the last time we spoke. You told me that the first thing you're gonna do once you get out of lockdown is you wanted to go to Nandos. Did that happen?
Do you know what I did? I went to Nandos. I did go to Nandos. I went to a few different restaurants, but I think one of the first ones was a Nandos. Um, Nandos is so good, man. Have you been to the UK,
I have been to the UK briefly. I have family there, so yeah.
bro? Come over. I'll take you to a Nandos. Good stuff. Really good stuff. But yeah,
I'm
that's
looking forward to that.
one of the first things I did was get a Nandos. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, great. And on that note, I mean, has lockdown been better from last year? I mean, how does last time you told me? I think the last time I checked in with you, you were doing a puzzle. Yeah, you were doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
And you're telling me. So how's that? Has that changed? Are you still doing puzzles, or are you doing something else?
No, do you know what? In between the time I spoke to you and now, I built a house,
Nice. And how's that
which I'm
turned
in.
out?
Look, I'm in my house right now.
Ooh, we're getting a sneak peek. I love it. Oh, it looks so
Yeah,
good, man. It's so
thank
nice.
you, bro. So even though I've got so many different spaces in my house to do these cool interviews and talk to people, I'm still sat on the floor for some reason. Like there's a sofa just behind me, but I've still decided I'm just gonna sit in the most uncomfortable place.
Do you have
I
a
don't know
cool
why.
studio in the house in the new place? Do you have a cool studio?
I'm building one. I'm building one. So I'm gonna have a studio
Nice.
definitely, and I'm gonna have some cool different things. But I definitely want a good studio set up so I can record music here.
I really like the cute TikTok you did for one day, two nights with two of your friends. And that trend is one that we here at Radio One we're trying to get people to kind of replicate it here in India as well. But I
Yeah.
love how did that kind of happen with those two friends and they're laughing, you're laughing throughout. They seem like really good buds of yours.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to ask which TikTok is it? I've done so many TikToks for it.
The
Remind me.
one on one day, two nights with the dance, the
Oh,
step
what
step.
the? Oh, yes, yeah, that one, yeah. I've done that with so many different people, but no, they're two of my really good friends, Harry and Romeo, and they're the worst dancers I've ever met in my life. And I tried to get him to do that, the kind of like the step, and they just couldn't do it. They weren't great.
I love that you guys were so honest about it, just laughing. It was so great. It was such a nice.
Yeah, man. We were gonna try and do it as many times as we could to try and get it right, but I
Right.
ended up that was the first take because I was like, you're never gonna get it.
Yeah.
You are. You,
The funny thing was, I was wondering, oh, is this somebody you just met on Instagram and you were just like some friends, some new friends you made, and then that led me to actually think of a question to ask you, which is, what's the weirdest Instagram DM you've ever got, and how did you react to it?
the weirdest Instagram DM. I mean, do you know what? Sometimes when I'm out, I'll get a DM being like, "Hi, I can see you," and I'm too like, yeah, that's how it normally opens. Like, "Hi, I can see you in like Nando's," or "I can see you," and I'm like, "What?" And then they'll be like, "But I'm too scared to come up to you and say hello." So then I'm kind of like, I'm looking, I look around like, where's this person? And sometimes that's it. I never see them, and then I'm just constantly looking over my shoulder, being like, okay, this is weird. But sometimes they end up coming up to me and they're like, oh hi, I'm the person with DMs. I was too scared. So that's sometimes quite weird. It's quite scary. And then
Yeah, the
also,
whole "I'm watching you, I can see you" is a little weird. Yeah, come on.
that's what I'm saying. And it's fine when they come up to me and I'm like, okay, no worries. But when they don't say anything else, and that's it, that's when I'm a little bit like, okay, someone's like in the same restaurant right now, and I'm trying to figure out like
Who is it?
who it could be. Yeah, it's quite
Must
weird.
be Romeo. It must be Romeo.
Yeah, we Romeo, we Romeo.
Another thing that I wanted to ask you actually was finally when it comes to kind of comes to this track, and you've been putting out music, even you've been working on your music through lockdown. I know that you've been a person who loves connecting with the fans, seeing people one to one. What's probably the thing you miss the most about music, doing music at the moment, in your opinion, right now?
I think the thing that I miss the most um, is probably is touring, is touring the music I've been doing in the studio and meeting people and doing meet and greets and traveling. Like I haven't traveled in a long time. I traveled to many different countries in 2019,
Yeah,
and
we
then
remember
obviously
when you came to India as well. Yeah.
Italy, and that was like 3 years ago now. And I want to come back to India 100%. It was one of the best places I've ever been. So much fun. Like the culture's so different, but the people are so nice. And yeah, I miss touring the most. I just miss seeing
Right.
people You know, I
Yeah.
love Zoom. Zoom's great, but I want to come to see you. You know, I want to see you in person.
Well, that's so sweet of you. Trust me, like I said, I think we spoke about this last time as well. We go out and we see when you're here, we do everything. We eat,
Yeah,
we go out clubbing. We're gonna do everything. That's the plan. All right,
100%.
that's the
I'm
plan.
so.
I'm curious. Also, when you came to India, do you remember like a favorite dish that you tried? Anything?
Favorite. I mean, I love Indian food in the UK,
I
but it's,
know.
n- it's
I remember you telling me this last time. But do you remember a dish, a particular dish? Do you remember anything?
I can't remember.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but yeah.
Oh no, no, no! But like, I remember going to this restaurant and we went back like into like the kitchen and they made me something and I can't remember what they made me, but it was like a. It's like a. I can't even remember what it was, but it was. I mean, I love Indian food in the UK, but that I had Indian food 2 days ago. But I know it's not the same as
No,
like
no, no. I know. Yeah.
Indian food. But I remember getting on what are the little kind of like scooter things.
You talk about the autos,
Yeah, like
the
what
auto
they called
rickshaws,
what was it?
auto rickshaws.
Yeah, yeah, that's the records. Yeah, them things. They, that was fun. I remember going in those all the time. That was sick.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Well, this has been a fun chat. And I can honestly, I remember also how last time when we were chatting, you were like, "Hey, have you seen Extraction?" That's something that you asked me. Then we were chatting about the boy, watching the boys, which you loved, by the way. What are you
Oh,
currently binging, by the way?
okay, I watched a show called Upload on Amazon Prime, and that's really good. It's a bit more light-hearted. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've not seen Upload though.
Okay, so Upload is when you like. I'll give you a brief, quick thing of it. Basically, when you die, they upload your brain to like the
I've
cloud.
seen this. They upload your consciousness, and then you live in a virtual world. Yeah.
Yes, yes, so good. I binge watched that in a day. Um, Highly recommend that. What else am I watching? I started something called The Alienist, which is on Netflix. Started that, so gonna start watching that. Shadow and Bone or something. I think that's on Netflix. It's like a. I mean, I've been watching everything.
You've been
But
watching
yeah,
a lot of stuff. Okay, cool. I so last time in true fashion, as how our interviews usually go, I'm gonna recommend for you to watch one thing, which I did for
yes,
you
do it.
last time as well. Um, so I think this time, so I'm on a personal binge of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air because I love Will Smith.
Cool.
But I mean, if you haven't seen it, then that's definitely it. But another one that I think you should definitely think of catching is Dark, Dark. It's on Netflix.
Is that like a German? Is that like German?
It's like it has a lot to do with time travel and things like that. So I
I
think
love
you
that. Is it in? But it's in a different language, right?
I'm not sure, but you can get it in English, so it's not a problem.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
think it
it,
it might be in a different language though. You might be right. I'm not sure myself, to be
but
honest.
they, but they dub it over, I think. But yeah,
Hmm.
no, I've gone to watch that many times, and I love time travel stuff. I love sci-fi stuff. I'll watch it. I'll do it.
Perfect. And on that note, Harvey, I should also tell you that we have been running here on Radio 1 a very cool little thing across the country on our entire international radio network where we've asked three lucky listeners to come on this
Oh,
interview and they get
sick.
to ask you a question in person. And they've been waiting very, very
They-
patiently. And,
Oh, is that? These are the other people on the screen. I've been wondering. Like they've been quiet.
yes. So I'm going to ask them to put on their videos. All right. There we
Hey,
are.
Oh,
Awesome. We're gonna start with Purvai first, and I'm gonna ask our other two wonderful ladies to go off video while she asks her question to you one on one. There we go.
hey, Harvey, how are you?
I'm
I've
very
been
good.
smiling throughout listening into the conversation. It's been so much fun for me as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I just say I am obsessed with Be Okay? I mean, every time I listen to it, I have to start dancing.
Yes, it's one of my favorite songs as well. So thank you.
And you're really, really good at dancing. And I mean, as you were saying, with your in your conversation with Kay, that you were on this TV show called
Yes.
Strictly Come Dancing,
Yeah.
and you were brilliant in it.
Thank
But
you.
here's my cheeky question.
Okay.
Do you have a celebrity in mind that you would want to be paired with as, maybe a dance partner?
Wow. Okay, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I think if I had to be paired to do the dance with someone, oh God, that's good. I think you know what? I think it needs to be someone small because I need to. If it's like the ballroom dancer and that kind of stuff. I need to be able to pick them up. So I'm going to say Ariana Grande because
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you that.
because I think she's small, she's petite, she's beautiful. I think I'll be able to, because I'm not that strong.
It
So
would be so great to see you both together as well. So
one touch wood, one day we'll do it. Thank you.
Collaboration on the cards. I still
thank you
remember
so much.
the last
Thank
time
you.
we were speaking, we were talking about how you wanted to collaborate with Ariana Grande on a song. Like that was a dream.
Her voice is unbelievable. Like
It is.
so good.
Purvai, thank you for your lovely question. Really appreciate it. And it's fantastic to have you selected from all across the country to ask this question to him in person. So thank you. All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna move to our next wonderful person, and that's Samantha. Samantha, are you with us? Can you turn on your video and your audio, please? Go ahead.
Hi Samantha.
Hi, how are
How-
you?
I'm good.
Okay, I would like to start by first saying that I'm obsessed with beautiful homes, and you have a really, really beautiful home.
Thank you.
So
Thank
I've
you.
been looking at your background a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's quite cool. I'm very
Thank
lucky.
you.
Very lucky.
All right. So my question to you was, if you had to select a song that you've written and released,
Yeah.
that would describe you as a person, what song would it be and why?
Oh wow, that's a really good question. Oh god, these are good. Okay, one song. Let me think. One song. I think I have a song called "Me Because of You," and I released that during lockdown or just before lockdown, like a year ago, however long it was. And it's like got a really nice message in it, and it's basically saying I'm only here, I'm only me because of the people that listen to my music and that support me. So it's got a really nice message in it, and yeah, I like that song. It's a nice song. So yeah, me because of you.
That's really nice to hear.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
Samantha, thank you. Samantha's our second wonderful girl who's got a chance to ask you a question in person, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Samantha. I'm going to ask Keisha to put on her video, and she's the last one who's going to ask you a question in person. Hi, Keisha. Go for it.
Hi,
Okay.
hi, Hrvy.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, very good.
My hands are literally shaking. I never get picked for this kind of stuff, and it's
Oh,
just
no way.
I'm
You're
the
so
person that just wins one game at the carnival by chance. So
Yes, to be fair, I'm that same person. I never win anything. So
yeah.
it's good for
So
me.
I mean, I just wanted to tell you that Good Vibes is an amazing song. It is
Oh, thank you.
just a mood booster. It has set the tone for the day. Like on days where you just don't want to start the week, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want
Yeah.
to deal with people. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no negativity in my life.
Yes.
Just
yes.
gonna walk away, turn away from all of it. But yes, exactly. Next plan is to learn the choreography in it as well.
See, I reckon you could.
I hope so.
You can do it. I bet you can.
Okay, well, my question for you is when you first started to put your music out there and started to build a fan base and, got responses, what was the biggest part of your life that changed and what really surprised you about it?
Okay. The biggest part that changed, I think, when I started to kind of release music was there's good things and bad things. First of all, was the pressure that changed. Because when I first released music, very like back at the start when I was like 15, 16, it was more for fun. Oh, it still is for fun, but it was more just kind of like putting music out there. Hopefully, 2 people might listen to it. And now there's a bit more pressure because I'm like, okay, this one needs to hopefully do well. Hopefully people enjoy this one. There's a bit more pressure to it because there's more people listening and watching. I think that changed as well was being able to do amazing things like travel the world. Like I would never have been able to go to India or go to other places in the world if it wasn't for releasing music, I don't think, unless I went traveling on my own. But yeah, that's one thing that changed, just being able to do cool things like traveling. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the biggest part, I think, being able to just to do things that I would never have been able to do otherwise. So yeah, I'm very thankful to music and to be able to release music and also to do stuff like this, like speaking to you that you're from the other side of the world,
Yeah, I bet.
they're the things that have changed, you know, just doing like mad things.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine how nerve-wracking it might be sometimes, but your influence is amazing and it is actually happening across the world. But huge fan. I love your music, love you, and it is just,
I love you too.
yeah,
Thank you.
my heart is beating at 100 miles an hour right now.
No, honestly, thank you. You're too kind. Thank you very much.
There we go. Thank you, Keisha. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye, Harvey. Bye, Kay.
Bye. Okay, Javi, my friend, it is
Thanks, bro.
always so good to speak with you, man.
And
And
you, buddy, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
thank you for your time. And I'm just gonna get everybody to put on their videos and kind of wave bye to you while we
Yes,
say bye-bye to you. There we go.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Javi.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good one.